Hello everyone, today I'm here with a perfect game played between Robert James Fischer and Fredrik Øfssen. This game is show us why the central squares is so important and why we need to centralize our pieces. And let's further do, and don't forget to hit the like button and put your thoughts in the comment sections about these games. Let's see. As you guys can see, Robert James Fischer played with white pieces and opened the game with the e4, and his opponent Olafsson played c5, Sicilian Defense, knight f3, and now g6. Hyper accelerated dragon and the Sicilian Defense, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, bishop g7, knight c3, knight c6, bishop e3, knight f6, black is ready, castle on the king side, bishop c4, and now queen a5. Simply in this move is f3 is available to play, but Robert James Fischer castles and simply defend his pawns on the center with the castling and putting the knight out of the pin. Anyway, d6, knight b3 attacking the queen, and now queen c7, bishop e2, putting back bishops and ready to jump on the king side in the next time, perhaps. Castle, king side, and now f4. And it's so important, you guys, if you put your pawn on the f4 and you are castle on the king side, you just must know put your king on h1 on the next move or before that you doing that. But anyway, a5, a4 stopping any b5 ideas or anything else, knight b4, rook f2, and perhaps Bobby James Fischer wants to put rook on d2 and put other rook on the f file to put f5 in the next move, e5 by Olafsson, bishop f3, bishop d7, and now pushing rook on the d file, attacking on the d6. Rook f d8, rook f d8 played, I'm sorry about that, and now king h1. Taking this pawn, it's not helping so much because black has discover attack, taking the pawn, and this is just not forced to taking the pawn like that. Anyway, king h1 is played, bishop c6, queen g1, and queen g1 is like preparing g4 in the next move, but you guys must know the attacking these pawns, like this pawn is our duty to keep king in a safe, and don't be rushed to attacking by these two moves or these two or these three pawns. Anyway, knight d7, f5, and attacking the king's pawns to put him in trouble. But in these positions, it could, like said, black has a lot of moves to do, like after b6, and it's taking the pawn. It's not a good move because we're doing what whites want, and we're doing as his plans, like e takes e5, and after knight c5, knight takes c5, d takes c5, rook, putting rook on e2, and taking the pawn is just freeing the semi-open file for white, and this is just not worth to play it. But anyway, f5, black plays b6, and he says you're doing your plan and I don't want to play in your side. Rook a d1, doubling up rook in the d file, knight c5, and in this position it's just perfect to play like something like queen e2, queen f2. And what is the plan against it? If he plays rook b8, or no matter what, is exchanging the knight on c5, and after rook takes c5 it's h4, queen h4 is f6 is coming, and after that like a lot of troubles is could happens on the black king sides, like rook d4 to stopping and putting the rook on d4, blocking the central on the game. And after knight b5, just simply queen d8. White is better on this move, but black can't hold this game for later on. But Bobby James Fischer just simply plays knight b5, attack the rook, queen, where I say rook, and I guess he hopes so to black take away the knight with the bishops, but Øfssen is simply plays queen e7, knight takes d6, knight takes c2, and now knight takes c5, exchanging the knights, and now knight takes e3, queen takes e3, pawn takes c5, and the bishop e5, bishop e2. Bishop e5, why is so important? Because after that Bobby Fischers want to put bishop on c4, and as you guys can see, to put the pin on the f1 as knight is attacking on it. Bishop takes a4, b3 attacking the bishop, bishop is e8, bishop c4 attacking the f7 pawn, a4, bishop d5 attacking the rook. And what blacks can do in these positions? Feel free to pause the video and find the perfect solutions for black, while I'll give you guys couple of seconds. So if you guys could find it, congratulations. In this move, black could simply plays like rook a7, and don't forget the knight, it's not free, because taking the rook, it's just exchange. Rook a8, and just play it calmly, and after knight takes e8, rook takes e8, and exchanging some pawns, as you guys can see. And now white have an opportunity to attack, but black could have hold it simply. But anyway, after d5, rook takes d6, black gives a exchange for Bobby James Fischer. But in these positions, knight wasn't the problem. The problem is bishops, because bishop is central pieces and is taking the big diagonals, while my mouse is not working perfectly. Bishop takes a8, and this pieces is all the problem of the black have. Rook d4, pawn takes f6, and in this position could have captured on the a4, but anyway, h takes g6, b takes a4, bishop takes a4. And what you gonna do against these positions? Feel free to pause the video for second time and tell me what exactly you do, and put it in the comment sections as well, because we didn't get any comments in these days. Anyway, so find out perfect attacking moves for Bobby James Fischer. In this move, as I spoiled it, it's not rook a1, and this perfect move is played is rook b1. And why is rook b1 is perfect? As you guys can see, this semi-open file and these bishops, the combining the bishops and the rook is just perfect. And after bishop d7, bishop d5, as I said, the enemy of the black, that was not the knight, it was this bishops. And bishop e6, exchanging the bishop, and now like bishop the rook f2, attacking the pawn, and after that rook is coming as soon as possible, c4 and rook f1, and this is just like game over for black. But anyway, after bishop a4, Bobby James Fischer plays a1 and gives a black an opportunity to keep the game safe and draw the game. For third time, I give you guys a couple of seconds to find the perfect defensive move for black while I give you guys a couple of seconds. So if you guys could find it, congratulations, it's important move, and this is just putting queen on the d8. And why is that important? After putting bishop on d5, there is a bishop c6, and it's so important because bishop cannot take the bishop, and because it's pinned on the rook, and black can simply take back the exchange he gives, and there is a threat of checkmate and taking away the advantage of the game. Like after rook takes d4, it takes d4, bishop takes f7 check, because the bishops and the queen is hanging the same time. Bishop takes f7. If king doesn't take, we just simply defend it with the queen. But after king takes f7, queen b3 check, king e7, and now rook a7 check, taking the bishop, and this is the draw. It's hard to play for me, I confess it, because it's double pawns, it's for double pass pawns is for black, and it's like it's down be exchange for black too, and it's hard to me for play it, and I'm confess it right away. But anyway, and this move just while I give it find it, this spawns, and this positions just make me confused more, and when I'm confused in the chess games, I will lose easily. Because anyway, let's continue the game. And in this game, it's so important, Olafsson plays queen f8, and this is just losing on the spot. And if you guys wanted, you can free to pause the video, but as I said, centralizing the bishop on the d5 and pinning the pawn, and that exactly what we wanted to do as queen d8. And now there is no more bishop c6 is impossible, because bishops can simply capture on the c6, and there is no threat on the white. But Olafsson is played miraculously to save the game. He played bishop h6, and for the 5th time or the 4th time, feel free to pause the video and find the perfect move for Robert James Fischer while I give you guys a couple of seconds. If you guys sacrifice the queen, you are my good friend. Queen takes, nah. Rook takes d4, and said I don't want queen. It doesn't important when activities comes on the chessboard that the materials is not important anymore. I just lost it. It's just give me a seconds. I'm sorry about that. Rook takes d4, and now bishop takes e3. Rook takes a4, threatening the pin the queen on the king. On the 8th rank, queen h6, and for the 5th time, feel free to pause the video and give black a good advantage of the taking the queen. While I give you guys a couple of seconds and put your moves on the comment sections, because there is two good moves to attack the black's king. If you give it rook a8 check, congratulations, it's just perfect, because after king g7, rook a7 it's coming, and there is just no good move to save the game. Queen f4, and this is just over for black. But anyway, I said there's two moves, and second of it, it's rook f1, putting pressure on the f7 pawn, but it's not good as first move. And Bobby Fischer plays rook f1, bishop f4, temporarily blocking the file for rook on f1, pawn g3, queen h3, attacking to the rook, rook a1, and it's just simple. And black must defend the bishop and hold on and block this file for white, because it's look like bishop is pinned on the pawn and pawn pinned on the king, and black playing g5, and if capturing happens, it just winning for it takes too much long for winning this game. As you guys can see, black has nothing to good attack on the white king, and this is just, as I said, next pastime is confusing, and I hate confusing games. But in these positions, Olafsson doesn't carry the move. After rook a8, he played bishop takes g3, and for last time, feel free to pause the video and win the game for Bobby James Fischer while I give you guys a couple of seconds. So if you guys could find it, congratulations, as you guys find the king defenseless on the 8th rank, and rook a8 check, and it was in these positions on move 38. Olafsson resigned the game because there is nothing much to be done here. Like after, it doesn't matter king g8 or king h8, rook takes f7 check, and after king h6, rook h8 check, and pick up the queen and the full queen in the next move, and there is no defense against the up being down 2 rook in the end game. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, and put your thoughts in the comment sections, and send the game for your friends on a bar or library for supporting our channels. So thank you again for watching this video. Take care.